What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to build, in my opinion, the best duo trio base in Rust. Before the video begins, I just want to say I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in about a month with actual base building content, and I'm going to try to get back into it. I've kind of been out of ideas and I just kind of needed a break from YouTube. Anyways, to begin, you want to place a low triangle foundation. This is going to be the only lowered one with a raised one next to it. Then you want to place a square and another triangle foundation. It's okay if these ones get broken for now, we'll just have to place it back later. You want to surround the square and the triangle with walls, put a ceiling on, and then add your door. We want to place a triangle floor frame, so to do that we need to put a half wall and then break that. Now we can place our TC inside of the triangle and add our double door. This is the basic starter to the base you can build right at the beginning of wipe and expand upon. Now right now the base is only one door to TC, so I'd highly recommend locking it with a key lock or a code lock. You can also put you and your teammates' bags into this square. I also like to put some boxes, and I also lock these at the beginning of the wipe. Now to expand upon this, we want to add a square on each side of the triangles, and also upgrade these two triangles. You can add your last triangle right here, and the layout of the base should look like this. Now you can surround this with walls, leave this wall open like this, and add a doorway right here. You can add a wall here, and this will be the future bunker. You can add a temporary door right here and a wall frame with a double door, creating an airlock. Now we can add the ceilings. We can now replace all the doors with sheet metal. And if you haven't already, you can add your furnaces in the lowered foundation. You can add your tier 1 workbench in this back corner and upgrade to a tier 2 at your own pace. If you have a research table, you can also place it back here. At this point, I would also recommend moving your bags over to this square. You can also fit another bag right here, and maybe some more in here. Now we're going to add a shelf right here, and we're going to make our loot room. The bottom loot room is simple. All you need is a large box, a barbecue, and another large box. And then for the top shelf, we're going to put the large box all the way in the back corner. Another barbecue, this time with a small box in it, and then another large box. On the side here, we're going to place two more small boxes. Make sure these boxes are on an angle so you can reach the large boxes easily. At this point, the basic starter is complete. Now this might seem weird, but I like to add a sofa into my starter just because at the beginning of wipe you don't usually have meds or a ton of bandages to heal, so if you eat some food and sit on the sofa, it immediately gives you 100 comfort and allows you to heal up to full health easily. Now this starter is very affordable, especially for a duo or trio, and the upkeep is basically nothing. The current cost to rid through the doors is 12 satchels. and through walls it's 10. Now to expand upon the starter, we're going to start by coming in here and removing all the double doors. We're going to add garage doors, but if you don't have the blueprint yet, do this at your own pace. You want to add 2 more wall frames here and here, and remember, don't add a wall frame on the loot room. Fill these with the garage doors. If you haven't already, clear out your TC room and place a shelf. I'd also recommend placing a twig window to get the box placements right. We're going to add another loot room in here, very similar to the first one. On the bottom floor, we're only going to place 1 small box to make it so you can access TC easily. Top floor, we're going to make it the same as the top floor on the other loot room. Now we have 2 loot rooms to store all our storage. We're going to have to sadly remove our couch. And we're going to go outside the base and add 2 triangles on the outside. And a floor tile right here. Now you can fit 1 small box on the bottom shelf and 3 small boxes. The box placements on the top shelf can be a little difficult, especially with this large box right here. The door can make things a little scuffed. As you can see, I didn't get the placement perfect. It is possible, but I just didn't want to spend the time to do it. So if you do get perfect, you can add more small boxes. As you can see right now, it's still only 1 door to that first loot room, so we're going to make it more secure by adding a wall here. Put a ladder, or alternatively a furnace in that corner. And we're going to add a double door right here. Now the base is looking good, the only problem is getting up. What you want to do is you want to drop down, add 2 foundations. You can upgrade these to stone. And add a floor triangle right here. You can also upgrade this to stone because it won't interfere with the bunker later. Add a triangle triangle and you have a little scuffed jump up. It's only temporary, so don't worry about it. Alternatively, if you have a ladder, you can put this here as well. Now we're going to add the honeycomb on the base. I like to upgrade this to metal, but if you don't have the materials, don't be pressured to do it early. Now this does seem a little strange, upgrading straight to metal, but the reasoning behind it is that if you have the materials, you can save all the materials of upgrading to stone and then metal by upgrading straight to metal. Now at this point, the top of the base is extremely weak and it's still only 10 satchels, so I'd recommend upgrading that to sheet metal. I'm also just going to upgrade the whole core to sheet metal because might as well. Again, remember to do this at your own pace. You don't have to do this the same way as me. You're going to have to pick up some boxes in the loot room and the TC room to go get these back walls upgraded. Especially this back TC wall is really important to upgrade. Don't forget to upgrade that floor to sheet metal, and also this triangle frame right here. You might need to break this twig to access it. Now that the core is sheet metal, we can expand up. The first thing we want to do is surround the original layout of the base with sheet metal. And we're going to plan out the path right now. We're going to walk through here, make a turn. There's going to be a room here and a room here. So that means the jump up is going to go right here. We can add our ceiling and upgrade that to sheet metal. Finally, for the third floor, we're going to have the same layout as the second floor. Having the jump up here, make a turn, and the exit will go right here. This triangle is going to be the jump up to the roof. We're going to add a wall frame right here, and this is going to be your exit. To make your exit, you're going to place a floor right there, another floor here, and a roof connecting the two. Now you're going to place a square foundation and two triangle foundations. Quick reminder that you need to place the square foundation underneath that floor before you place this triangle roof, because it will mess with the placement later. Now we can go back up. And add our double doors. You can now fill in the ceiling. And we're just going to put a door up here. Now in here you can put whatever you want for now. I'm going to come in here and replace this to tier 2. And you can also add a large box underneath the research table. If you didn't replace this bag, you can put that right here. If you come up to the second floor, you can place your tier 1 right here if you need to reuse the tech tree. You can also add your repair bench right here. Coming up to the roof, you can see the finished upgraded base does look a little weird, especially with the jump up, but it will all look better in just a little bit. Right now, the best way to raid the base is either through the walls right here, which is 16 rockets to TC, or blowing through doors is just a little bit cheaper. Now we're going to add a honeycomb, you want to place the square foundations in the areas where it's really obvious, and for these areas you want to place 2 square and 2 triangles. It can be a little confusing at first, but once you understand the concept, it's really simple. As you can see, the honeycomb's very simple. Now the reason I'm double honeycombing the core is because it's currently the weak point if anyone's deciding to go through walls. Once the bunker is placed down, it is the weak point. Now that the double honeycomb is done on the first floor, we can work on the second floor. Again, very simple, just going over what your original sheet metal honeycomb is on the second floor. Now I like to honeycomb the third floor, but it really isn't necessary and doesn't weaken the base at all. Now you can put another double door right here. Right now, raiding through doors is quite a bit cheaper than going through walls, so we're going to make that a little bit more expensive by lining the second floor with garage doors. Now we're going to upgrade the whole bunker to sheet metal. I'm also going to upgrade this because I missed upgrading that earlier. And at this point, I'm going to start upgrading all the necessary foundations and walls to HQM. Again, remember to do this at your own pace. Don't feel rushed to do it. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to start by HQMing the TC. This is the most important part of the base to high qual. And also the ceilings. You want to also grab that triangle frame and the floor. Also, remember to code lock your TC. It can completely destroy the integrity of the base if raiders come through, and don't break the TC and get off instead. Basically make the external TCs useless. You can also add your window and upgrade that. That will make it so any raiders blowing through walls and that happen to blow straight to TC won't be able to get any deeper into the base without blowing through another HQM wall. I'm going to upgrade the whole rest of the core to armored. Once you get that whole room armored, you can also put a window and armor that as well. When you go offline, don't forget to put these HQM windows in. That will add another 4 rockets to get to the loot room and TC. Now I'm going to upgrade the rest of the core to HQM. And also don't forget to place your tier 3 in the same area as the tier 2. You might need to remove the research table a little bit, but it does still fit. Now some might be wondering why this wall frame is HQM, because all you need is a stone wall for a sheet metal door. It's because it is part of the bunker, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. Make sure you upgrade these 2 walls in the bunker to HQM as well. Coming up to the 3rd floor, you want to add some more wall frames, and if you have them, more garage doors. If you want to put some beds in here to add bedroom, go for it. I like to add 1 or 2 lockers over in this corner. I'd also recommend locking them. Add another garage door right here. And the honeycombed base is complete. The upkeep is now resembling the final base's upkeep, and the upkeep is definitely doable, especially if you're a trio or you're playing in a 2x. Now we're going to make the shooting floor. This part is very easy to mess up, and you want to place these triangles going the correct way. You want to make sure you can place your door frames here, so if you place it the wrong way, you won't be able to add them. Besides that, the shooting floor is very simple, just triangles. As you can see, if I place the triangle like that, I can place a door frame, and if I put it right here, I can't. It's too close to this wall. More triangles, and the outer peaks are done. All you need to do is add doors. And you can add your windows. You can add your sheet metal doors. And you can also add your metal embrasures. Now that that's done, we can fill in the roof of the shooting floor. Don't forget to leave a triangle gap where you can place a triangle frame and a ladder hatch. We're going to add a garage door onto the triangle ladder hatch. Now that the base is almost complete, we're going to add a couple more optional things. We're making a mini garage right now. 2 wall frames on the front. Add a double door here and a garage door right here. All I need to do is fill in the ceiling. Now to finish off the mini garage, we're going to make a quick little landing pad out of just triangles right here. And now you have an easy landing right into your mini garage. This door also acts as a little airlock, separating the outside from your mini copter. Now that that's done, the base is almost complete. We just gotta finish it off with external TCs. Now the placement on the externals can be a little tricky, so try to do it exactly as I do it. You want to make sure you're on the same side for both sides of the externals like this, and repeat the same thing on the other side. It should end up looking like this, and they should be pretty symmetrical. Now you want to build out 6 foundations. And before we go any farther, I just want to say this is not my design. This is made by Vice, so please go check him out. He created this disconnectable external design. I am not taking credit for this. What you want to do is surround this square with walls and a ceiling. And I like to use door frames instead of windows, but they are a little bit weaker. I just like the mobility of them. You can add 2 sheet doors. And place your TC in this back corner. You can now add a shelf right here and place that triangle through the wall. Make sure this is twig and only break that if you need to disconnect the external. Now break 2 walls out, put a temporary floor here and a roof right here. Make sure it's connected to the triangle like this. Now you can add a wall frame, a half wall, and a floor. It does look a little weird, but it gets the job done. Again, this isn't my design, this is Vice's. I do not take credit for it, I'm just using it in my base. Now all you need to do is do this 3 more times, and the base should look like this. Finally, to seal the bunker, it's very simple. You just need to place a floor frame triangle, keep that twig, and then you want to get a roof triangle and sit right here. Look up and you should see the green placement and you're good to place it. Now just upgrade this to armored and the bunker is sealed. As you can see right here, the bunker is completely HQM, and at this point if raiders blow through here, they've already used about 30 rockets and now they need to blow through an HQM tile. Also, if you're questioning the HQM door frame, you can see that if it was stone, raiders could just shoot 4 rockets at this and then shoot an ensign that will eventually break this twig floor frame and unseal the bunker. So make sure every part of the bunker is HQM, and at least the floor tiles of the ceiling is HQM. As you can see, we have about 4 extra rooms here that we can use for loot rooms, bedrooms, battery rooms, whatever you want. It's completely up to you guys. I like to have at least a bed for each of the players on my team. You can also put a locker in this bedroom. Raiders blowing through walls will have to shoot at least 24 rockets straight through walls just to get to TC. And even in that case, say they blow straight to TC, if this window frame is in place, they really can't do much more. Along with the externals, they can't seal, and all they get is TC loot. So they're basically forced to shoot another 4 rockets to break that window frame to get any of the loot that they can reach through that window frame, and 15 more rockets just to blow through that HQM wall and get just a little deeper into the base. This makes it really easy to defend, especially if they happen to blow through walls, because they really don't have any access, just the TC loot. Also, if you'd like to sheet metal the whole outside of the base, it is doable. I've done it twice with my duo and trio on a 2x. Going through doors is also really expensive. It's about 51 rockets going through doors and then through the bunker. And then on top of that, they have to use 7 more rockets to get to the main loot room. But besides that, the base is pretty much done. Of course, you can customize it, make improvements, and all that stuff. But genuinely, I think this is the best duo, trio, or even quad base in Rust currently. I think it abuses a lot of the mechanics of Rust using the disconnectable externals, the windows, and the unlootable loot rooms. The base is definitely not the cheapest out there, so if you really don't like farming, this isn't the base for you. But if you don't mind farming a couple nodes, this is definitely a recommended base. I plan on improving this base and making it the best I can make it in the future. Anyways, that's all for today's video. This took a really long time to make, so a like would be appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one.